Welcome, Gemini. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your full moon reading in Cancer. The wolf moon occurs on January 3rd of this year, the new year, 2026, and really talks about the fierceness, the bravery with which we protect our unique expression and our ability to mount that expression in a way that all can hear. This is about being present in your power, belonging in the world. The first card that you've pulled is the Devil card. And Gemini, this is very much about you recognizing your own power. This is not a card that is usually associated with Gemini. However, I do believe that this card very often and in a neglected way represents our passion, our passionate full tilt. It's often expressed in an uncontrolled and dominating way. Underneath the deck, the King of Cups is telling me that you have come to recognize that you have been your own greatest obstacle, but that within the limiting patterns and rigid behaviors that you've often associated with success and survival, you've recognized that you have the innate power to love infinitely, which you recognize to be an expression of that power, of that passion unfettered. And with the King of Cups here, you are accepting this power within yourself, accepting that perhaps the many errors you've made have been the result of your not prioritizing and believing in who you are, bowing to the expectations and ultimately the needs of others as having controlled or dictated where you put your passion in the defense of others, rather than recognizing that you yourself are a fount of vulnerable love. And the kinds of protections you now understand are necessary are the healthy boundaries that allow you to exercise that love in the way that you see fit, that you understand it can be dispensed or distributed. This is a powerful message that you're receiving, and one that really looks at the vulnerability that is required to share your story with others. So in the 10th house, we have the Judgment card. You're making a major decision about where you belong, where you fit in the world, the kind of services that others have often looked to you to provide, how you are defining those more and more in a way that you understand serves more effectively in the spirit of love, in the spirit not of expansion, so-called success or aggrandizement, gathering more wealth, but in terms of the impact that you have in the community, whether you interact with a small group of individuals, a community, or you have a very impactful reach. You understand that it's about the quality of that reach that is the kind of impact you're looking to have, not the display of wealth or achievement that really doesn't impact others in the way that you want it to. It may not be the way to inspire others, but the model of your giving, of your understanding can. In the first house, we have the Fool. So this understanding is really refashioning your understanding of who you are. I do believe that you have seen yourself as this rightly powerful, but perhaps leadership-oriented influence in your various circles. Again, your home, your family, your employment, your profession. And now you're looking at how this growth, this ability to see yourself in a much more impactful and frankly a gentler way of wielding the same incredible power that you've always had and always sought to profit from in a new way. You see yourself as moving in a direction that is uniquely yours, responding less and less to what others want you to do and need from you, and more to what you understand you have needed to unleash this powerful passion that you are contained with. And this, in many ways, is an example of your faith. And that faith motivates the model that is the impact that you more greatly desire. This impact you hope and you intend to have a liberating effect on others. In the fourth house, the house of your soul, your family, the Four of Cups is indicating that you have really learned and practiced this new way of seeking support, gravitating to those that value you, that see your gifts, moving towards things that feel good rather than things that require an extraordinary amount of backbreaking labor. You're moving away from hard work to working hard on behalf of your passions, your beliefs, your talents, your gifts. This is the kind of work that flows rather than is harshly and rigidly disciplined, and that perhaps has characterized the impact you've had on others. The taskmaster as Saturn, the ruler of this card, intends. So here you are really evaluating every opportunity for its resonance, its match with who you are and what you desire. Things that looked good once, that looked like the silver bullet to you, no longer appear to be that perfect, ideal, one-size-fits-all miracle. And instead, you realize that you're not the same person you were when you once desired to manifest these wishes. And in the seventh house, the Star card, this is naturally about your values, your relationships, how you prioritize the resources you share with others. And the Star is linking you in, locking the Fool into your North Star, being the vision that you have, the intimations you have about what appeared impossible in the past as legitimate and possible alternatives. That there really is a better world. There really is a world that releases individuals from constant want, from hunger, from houselessness, from not having enough, to a place of standing in value, and that highest value being service. So your example, your model behavior is an example of how you understand others too can operate in this place of greater liberation from the physical necessities and wants of the world, having secured what is necessary to allow you to exercise your talent, your craft, and to be impactful through this vision you have. This is a vision that is amorphous at times. It's more a concept and an idea that you aspire to, and you encourage others to come with you in that inspiration. If this reading is resonating for you, Gemini, please like this video and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all the support that you give me. And we're going to clarify from the first house through the wheel, and we'll finish up with an oracle card. So the Fool card here in the first house is clarified by the Four of Wands and the King of Wands. And this is really about the confidence you feel in your own foundation, this new spiritual and cultural foundation, a new way that you understand and value your relationships, so that your growth is prioritized and you celebrate the growth of others. Growth is the reason you come together with others. This is to make a better world, to improve upon a service, to create something that allows others access to the kinds of privileges and information you've had. As a Gemini, you may be very distinctly tuned into your special skills at sharing information, helping others to access or understand the amount of data and the overwhelm of information that exists in the world that is ultimately or can be very confusing and even crushing. Your confidence is in the heart of your mission, and that is knowing that everything you do that serves not only others but yourself comes from love and the bravery that you've accumulated through your relationships. In the fourth house, the Four of Cups is clarified by the Eight of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. So here we have a very spiritual partnership. I see this working together effectively with others in some kind of real spiritual alignment is echoed through the Judgment card and this card, the Devil card. This is where you are engaging with those that are your match, that are your equal, those that have their eyes on a goal that is greater than yourselves, and you're willing to work towards that. This really goes back to the idea that you are working hard, not simply a hard worker. By that I mean you have employed the skills of disciplined work ethic on the behalf of others. Here you worked fiercely for others and made them, in many cases, successful. Now those same skills you are employing and applying to your own development, your own growth. And of course, success is a part of that. This is not a shying away from things that stabilize and secure your foundation. They actually amplify those by attention to the value of the resources that you have and the understanding that in many cases, a little goes a long way. That you can leverage your resources in a way that amplifies them rather than accumulating every penny, working every hour. This is talking to me about your ability to understand that you can work much smarter with much greater confidence and comfort. And you're understanding that by partnering with others or another, that you really are leveraging both your skills in a way that amplifies them, amplifies your impact. In the seventh house, the star is clarified by the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Tower card. You've really let go of something, and this actually is beginning to tell a different story about your relationship to leadership, control, almost domination, that serving others almost justified for you this need to dominate and control others because of your ability to provide well in many cases. However, you have reconfigured your values, your energies, and established healthier boundaries here so that you are no longer attaching yourself to exclusively the needs of others. You have fulfilled your obligations to something and you're releasing it, you're letting go. And this is a huge change. This may be absolutely surprising, even shocking others that never believed that you could separate yourselves from them or a project you're working on. Here, something has collapsed, something no longer serves you. And that has created an opening that you're now seeing can be provided for through the release of responsibilities that actually are not yours and you need not to be carrying forward with great burden in the past. This change is exhausting and exhaustive, and this is likely to produce this huge change in who you were and who you believe yourself to be becoming. It empowers that. Your intuition is keen and sharp, and you value that now. You understand your intuition, your bravery, your courage is what you need moving forward. You have the skills, the time, and the experience to manifest everything you manifested on behalf of others in the past, only more so because now it's being accumulated with a sense of ease, a sense of pleasure, a sense of honesty, clarity, and prioritizing your gift, understanding you came here to move this mission forward, this mission of service. In the 10th house, the Judgment card is clarified by the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. Wow. So what's really interesting is again an elaboration, I think, on the way this story is unfolding for you at this moment. You are really looking at this vision, clarifying what your values are, what your principles are, what is important to you about your North Star, your vision of how your world and the world of others can be improved upon. You're taking the time to really understand that, because this becomes the basis with which you're sharing all your partnerships. This is the shared understanding and the motive to work with others in a way that helps you access that mission, that service more completely, more thoroughly, that benefits you. And in some way, your mastery of your craft, mastery of your skills and talents are allowing you to feel the security of that comfort, that stability, and thus the way that your generosity actually generates the abundance that you once sought exclusively. This is about understanding that abundance comes in many ways, in many forms, and that you need not focus on that literally in order to experience it, to leverage it, and to generate it on behalf of others. So rather than providing for others, you're helping others generate their own provision. I'm going to finish this reading with an oracle card. And I have flipped the Freedom card. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. And the Fool and the Star card really are resonating here. This is about creating the happiness that you've come to understand serves you best and serves others best. And you have such a firm belief in that you are willing to set boundaries that allow you to move freely in the world with that incredible faith in not only yourself, but in humankind. Thank you for this reading, Gemini. Thank you for your likes and your subscribes. Until next time, namaste.